Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live Running. In this episode, I'm gonna do a little bit of experiment using Blender Array Modifier and Curve Modifier. Also with using Sverchok Add-On. It's gonna be simpler than the previous live noding. So yeah, but the whole objects is gonna be generated using Sverchok, and they are gonna be like live objects. So I will use the cylinder and B-Mesh viewer. So just by plugging this guy, we get like a real objects in the scene. You can control the height and everything, but I'm gonna leave it like that for now. Maybe actually reduce this to 4 maybe. So we have this cube. I think 4 is good. And we don't need the caps. This part is gonna be the middle part. So I'm gonna name it. I call it gonna place it here. SV array curve. Okay, the next thing we want to do is to use the array modifier, and instead of duplicating that way, we want it to be in the Z direction. So just like before, we can have this effect, and now I'm gonna do the same, create another cylinder, but the B-Mesh viewer is gonna be, I call it start. It's gonna be the start object. So we should have another object in the scene. I'll just make the top like that, just in case, so it's easier to see. So these are our objects with array, and then we just assign the start. The start is actually the end, so that's maybe I need to change that, but I'm gonna make another one for the end. It's gonna be the end bit. So we have another object. See, the start and the end is not always super clear. I think I named it wrongly. Maybe this is, but I guess it doesn't matter. This one, the start is gonna be the end is gonna be the start. So now we have this object, which is really cool because if I'm not wrong, we can still do we can still change the height of the objects. Or in this case, the bottom bit's actually a little bit different. And sometimes I need to, if I make it 2, I think I need to push it down 2. Interesting. So that's the height. Yeah, I think the thing with the bottom part, I need to kind of adjust it if I ever need to change the height. Well, anyway, doesn't matter too much. Now we have these objects where we can increase the number of array while we still have the whole thing is working, and I can actually change the bottom part. See, change the shape. I can hide the original object there, put in a different layer. So now we have something that looks like a rocket, and we can use the same value for the vertices. Like that, and we can still make changes, and everything will update accordingly. Or actually, that's the middle part. That's alpha. Interesting. Middle, start, and end. So that's the middle part. That's why I made a mistake there. I'm gonna assign this real quick. Zero, zero, one. Okay, now that's better. Okay, that's a lot better. Now we can have this kind of rocket looking objects, and we can always increase the number, and we can also merge them together. So if I like duplicate it and then apply, I get this object. They are like merged properly, so I can still change this, and then everything updates. Really nice. If I make this, for example, if I make this 0.5 and 0.5, what's interesting is that we can also kind of use another array modifier in the z directions, and we suddenly have this kind of like a sausage of array. The middle part, if I'm not wrong, I can still adjust the height like that. And yeah, so there's like endless. But anyway, the nice part also that we can use curve modifier here, curve modifier, and I will try something in Sverchok. Just create a line and bmesh viewer. The line should grow in the z direction, and I just simply plug in the vertices there. And if I'm not wrong, the curve should be created somewhere there. Actually, not viewer bmesh. Sorry, it should be like a polyline viewer. Plug that in, and we should have like a line. And because this polyline will generate a curve, so what happens is we can use it to modify our array. So simply assign the line, assign it in the z-axis, and there you go. And if I make like a modification, for example, like random number, and use it for the radius, so I can make adjustment. For example, but I need to make sure the number of points is matching. So like in this case, you see I have this random number to represent the radius value, and then I can do that. Very cool. In fact, if we set it up properly with the array, for example, instead of fixed count, we use like a fit curve or fit length. This thing will grow according to the length of the curve, like so. You see? Also, on top of this, if we randomize the curve itself, this thing's gonna update. See, very interesting. If for the line itself, if we use like a noise, vector noise, and plug this guy in there, and use vector math, kind of scale it. Should get something pretty interesting there. The number of vertices, I think, should match the number of the random number. So I'll give it like 100. Plug this guy in there, plug this guy in here. So yeah, and we can kind of control the stepping, and this is gonna continue building up. Or maybe I don't use the stepping, just increasing the value, 200. Reduce the stepping. So 500, even 500 still really fast, and we can continue make a tweak adjustment, and believe it or not, the sausage itself still adjustable right here. So if I make changes, you know, still we get everything's updated. Okay, so yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this live noding. It's a bit of funky experiment, just two array modifier and curve, and use it together with Sverchok, and yeah, you get this interesting looking structure. So I'll give it a try. I think this is gonna be probably gonna be very interesting to model a lot of objects that simply have the top part, middle part, and the end part. If you have any idea, suggestion, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.